welcome to cardio, and this will be a short step aerobic routine today to build up our heart health. And remember, sweat is fat crying. So have a little bit of fun with this. If you don't have a conventional step, maybe find in your outdoors something that elevates that you can step on and off safely. Remember, stepping on and off of a log can cause an injury, so yeah. Anyways, staircase with a rail might be an option. Meanwhile, let's get going with a march in place. Getting our body moving and grooving. And then we'll start with a tap, figuring out the height of our step. This particular aerobic one comes with 2 platforms that you can make it a little harder. I'm outdoors and it's a little bit moist at 8 a.m. So keeping it lower is better. Always have that water nearby. Always follow your physician restrictions, recommendations, guidelines, and listen to how your body moves. Can you snap those fingers a little? And let's take it to a side to side, opening that hip. And now we'll get ready to actually step on and off. Always be able to see where you're stepping, get that full foot on the step. You don't want your heel hanging off. That can cause increased ankle contractions with a higher risk of injury. Back to that march in place. I'm just gonna back this up a little bit. And now we're gonna start to move down the bench. So see how I'm on one end. So we're gonna step up, step down, weaving. That breath flowing, so you can see how it can start to raise that heart rate, but it's still low impact. You can make it a higher impact, but we're not going to today. Back to that march in place. And we're going to take it on to a step off to the side. So we step up, we step off, opening that hip. So step on, step off. You can pump those arms. Let's take it to a weave to the other side. And again, that step on, tap, on. And let's switch that leg a little bit. Notice how I'm stepping on with that outer leg. March in place. Keep that going. I'm going to grab my first water break. we're gonna try and turn. So let's try and figure out those footsteps. So outer, so closest to the outside keeps your feet untangled, right? Can we take those arms, follow those legs? Back to that march in place. And let's take it to a weave, and we'll do that turn step on the other end. So arms up and down. The more you get your arms going overhead, the more that heart rate works. So up, up. Pump those arms. You want to flow. Hard on the back side. And back to that up and down. Let's start to add a knee lift. So let's march in place, reset that brain. And we're just gonna come up, opposition arm. Now, are you saying this isn't much? Let's add a hop. And did you catch that? Don't come off the edge. Let's take it to that turn with a hip kick. And back to that in the center. Oh, is my arm on the same side now? I thought it seemed off. How does that feel to you? Usually the opposite arm to leg helps keep that counterbalance. Let's take this over this way. So that hip kick. And let's take it to a figure eight, but over the top. So lift up, switch, and kick. Maybe circle those arms. Whew. Back to that. Swinging the arms, tapping. Can you heel dig that? Maybe bicep. So there's another variation possibility. Hand weights, right? Light hand weights because you're moving faster. And let's take it to that side to side. Good clap, that gives those palms a little bit of a overload principle, beating up that arthritis. Remember, no real pain though. want to be able to break that up enough to keep your hand mobile. All right, now, next one is kind of a shuffle across the board. So we're going to come up and down. Woo. Keep yourself safe, remember, full foot. Slow that down. Yeah. Let's go back the other way and slowly come back over. And we'll get some repeaters in. All right, that march in place. Do you need another water break? No. This one, we're just going to come to the side, tap that leg in, tap behind. So you can start here in a more upright, getting that hip to open, side to side. Then we can take it to that forward tap. Further back you reach, the more you activate that glute. And march in place, take it to the other side. So we start with kind of a side step on. And then that forward tap down. So you can tap here, stay a little more upright, or take it into more of a runner's lunge. All right. Let's pedal that out and start to stretch that out. So we're just going to do our walk aerobics, kind of just tapping side to side, taking those arms out, and just letting them swing a little bit. Yeah. Let's take a walk around that bench. Give it a turn, come back. And I'll start to stretch those quads out and hamstrings. So, and your gastrocs. So I'll come to the side so you can better see. So I'm keeping that heel down in rear. I feel if you really tighten a little bit of a stretch there as well. And bring that on. And just let that heel drop down. Get an extra, flex that knee a little bit. Deepening that stretch through our soleus from our gastric. And again, that lunge here. Tilt that pelvic a little bit forward, get a hip flexor stretch, heel down, keep that breath flowing, bring that heel down just a little bit off the step, bring that knee in a little to deepen that stretch. And then if you need, support, grab that. You can lift that knee up, lift that foot up to stretch the quad, right? Or you can sink down like I am, tilt back, deepen that stretch, take that to the other side. Yeah. Tune in next week. Consider joining me live on hlgwi.com. Bye.